Have you guys lost your tricks? What is happening with Jackson? Why are you not getting any deals for Jackson? Is Jackson hanging on you guys' throats? Because now you've tried to force this player, this particular guy, on different clubs' throats. You've tried to force him on Aston Villa's throats. You've tried to force him on Bayern Munich's throats, and it's not working. Now he's back on the team. And I'm very sure that he's going to fight for his place, no matter who you sign. If you like, sign Welbeck. If you like, sign Jack. If you like, sign anybody. If you like, have Pedro in the team. Well, Jackson is going to stay. He's not going anywhere. He's not going in. He's going to stay on the team. The tricks that you guys have been using on players is not going to work on him. You are not selling Jackson. Nobody's going to buy it. Nobody's going to buy it from you guys. Nobody is buying Jackson from you guys. He's your property and you must keep him on the team. You know, and sometimes I sit back and I wonder how Chelsea, how they do it. You know, how are you guys doing it? How are you, they sold Madueke to Arsenal, and I was wondering that how did Chelsea, how were they able to sell Madueke to Arsenal at that ridiculous price? The same thing they did to Man U. They sold Mason Mount to Man United. It's even understandable that Mason Mount was once an PFA boy. It's very understandable that he was one, but if not for the injury that happened to him. But you see all these other players that they sell to clubs. You see the way they sold Garnacho to Aston Villa. Garnacho started having issues at Man United. And he got to Chelsea. It was not even as if he got better getting to Chelsea. He got worse. And Chelsea were still able to sell him more than the amount they bought him from Man United. How are they doing all these things? Like, how are Chelsea doing it? Now you want to force Jackson or that it will not work. It has gotten to Jackson's turn, and on Jackson's turn, it's never going to work. No matter what you do, if you like, put him on the market, hang him like this, hang him and advertise him from now till tomorrow. Nobody's buying Jackson from you guys. You are going to keep your player. He is going to stay with you guys, and you are going to use him. He's going to even fight for his place. If you like, sign Welbeck. If you like, have Pedro on your team. He's not leaving you guys. He's going to fight for his place. Jackson is a good player, honestly. He's a good player. What I say about the guy is the way they use him, is the way the team use him. And when you are able to use Jackson well, he's going to perform. We all know that Jackson is not a finisher. He loses goals a lot. He loses goals a lot. So when you try to use him as a supporting striker, he has that work rate. He has that physicality. He works for the striker. He can do a lot of things. You know, whenever Jackson is on the team, you see Chelsea having a lot of chances, even though they try to miss them. But that chance creation is always there. It's always done. It's when you start creating chances that you have the chance to score goals, you know. So him being on the team is going to help a lot. It's going to help. It's just that it has to be the way they use him. It has to be the way they utilize him. And I don't know, maybe Xabi Alonso is going to find his way around that, and it works out. You know, let's hope it works out for you guys. Let's just hope it works out. But the option of you to sell is never going to happen. You are not selling this guy. He's going to stay on your team no matter what you do. You are not pushing him on anybody's throat. This trick that you guys have been using is not going to work. He did the same trick to Arsenal. You sold Madueke. Because I wonder what Madueke played at Chelsea that made you guys to sell him to Arsenal at that ridiculous price. The same thing with Mason Mount to Man United. With the same thing with Garnacho. So how are you guys doing it? That's why whenever I see Chelsea sign this guy, sign that one, sign this one, I don't really get worried. I don't really get concerned, because at the end of the day, if Chelsea sign you and the following season you refuse to perform, you are going, and they are going to keep their money. They are not losing. They will never lose on you. They will never lose on you. They are either going to dispose you of and make money, or they just loan you off. So they don't have that fear. Not like other clubs like Arsenal, Man U. Arsenal is even worse. Arsenal will buy a player at maybe 100 million. You sell him like 10 million. They don't care because they just want the players. They just want the players to leave once they refuse to perform. They don't care the amount, and that's why Arsenal are always reluctant when it comes to transfer markets. They feel reluctant because they know that whenever they buy a player like that and the player refuses to work, or the player refuses to perform, they always run at loss, they always run at loss. So they tend to like keep their distance and try to make sure they get a perfect offer. If the player turns out that it did not perform, they won't even have that much loss on him. So that's why they're always so reluctant. They just try to play their game in a very sensible way. That if it turns out that the player did not perform, they will make sure that they dispose him, and by them disposing him, it will not give them that much loss like the way it should be. And that is that on Chelsea. Chelsea, kudos to you guys. Kudos to you guys. You always try to make things happen when it comes to transfer market. You are number one. I give it to you guys. I give it to Chelsea. And that's that. Please try to follow us on our social media handles, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. God bless.